viewers, how the heaven are ya today? It is noon again, Eastern Standard Time. And yes, we're reading the whole book of Obadiah. But it's only one chapter and it's like 21 verses. So I thought, what the heaven? It is the only book in the Old Testament to have only one chapter. There are several books in the New Testament with one chapter, but okay, we have everything. We're going to put a like on here already by me, like my own video before I've even done it. So I'm not sure what else to say at this point. Let's see. Make sure we're on the right thing. Nobody's here yet. Oh well. Well, we're at 53 viewers, man. Another 47 subscribers, and we do our contest. And I'm gonna have another video up sometime today. I'm gonna record it, and it's probably gonna be like 5 minutes long, if that. It's gonna be about my commissions. So I'm not sure what else to say. Except, I guess, on with the show. This is it. No more rehearsing. We know our parts by heart. So I guess we have to share the screen. Yeah. We hide the bar. We put this down. Let's bring up the chat thing. Just in case anybody comes in. I do like to acknowledge people in and say hi and see what they're saying. This is what the sovereign Lord says about Edom. We have heard a message from the Lord. An envoy was sent to the nations to say, "Rise, let us go against her for battle. See, I will make you small among the nations. You will be utterly despised. The pride of your heart has deceived you," as it does for so many of us. I think we all have it, but I think some people have it more, like some SJWs or leftists or whatever. But I could be wrong. Probably am wrong. Anyways, you who live in the clefts of the rocks and make your home on the heights. You who say to yourself, "Who can bring me down to the ground?" Though you soar like the eagle and make your nest among the stars. From there I will bring you down, declares the Lord. In other words, you don't want to go against God. You think nobody can bring you down? Well, you're wrong. It actually reminds me, I'm not sure whether it was the captain or the engineer. I get confused for remembering. Of the Titanic, he said not even God himself could sink this ship. And I know a lot of people might disagree with me, and they have a right to, but it's my own personal opinion. With him saying that, God said, "Oh yeah, here is a iceberg." And we know what happened there. And people probably won't like me for saying that, but oh well, it's my own personal thoughts. I could be wrong. And we won't know till Judgment Day, and then it won't matter. If thieves came to you, if thieves came to you, if robbers in the night, oh, what a disaster awaits you. Would they not steal only as much as they want it? Yeah, as much as they want it, which would be everything of value. If if grape pickers came to you, would they not leave with a few grapes? Yeah, I think more than a few. Uh, but how Esau will be ransacked, his hidden treasures pillaged. Okay, I guess this is descendants of Esau from Jacob and Esau, would be my guess. I can't say 100% for sure, but that's who it's talking about. Otherwise, it's talking about some other Esau that I'm not familiar with, to my knowledge. All your allies will force you to the border. Your friends will deceive and overpower you. Those who eat your bread will set a trap for you, but you will not detect it. In that day, declares the Lord, will I not destroy the wise men of Edom, those understanding in the mountains of Esau? Okay, mountains of Esau. I wonder where they are. That'd be something to figure out. Your warriors, T-Men, will be terrified. Well, hopefully we don't have to be terrified warriors. I don't think we're part of the team on Empire. We are God's warriors. And everyone in Esau's mountains. I'd like to know where those are. That's got me curious. I might try and figure that out for another stream. You will be cut down in the slaughter because of the violence against your brother Jacob. Yeah, this is, I think, talking about the nation of Esau and the nation of Israel. And I'm not sure whether you guys know who the people of Esau are, but they're the people that are usually terrorists nowadays. There are some people that are terrorists that aren't these people, but they like to go and be very terroristic. And I'll leave that to you. I could say, but being whatever. Ask me in a personal time or whatever. I'm not sure. You will be covered with shame. You will be destroyed forever. On the day you stood aloft, while strangers carried off wealth and foreigners entered his gates. You cast lots for Jerusalem. You were like one of them. You you should not gloat over your brother in the day of his misfortune, nor rejoice over the people of Judah in the day of their destruction, nor boast so much in the day of their trouble. Yeah, those people seem to do that too. They do not like their brother Jacob, their brother Israel. Um, you should not march through the gates of my people in the day of their disaster, nor gloat over them in their calamity in the day of their disaster, nor seize their wealth in the day of their disaster. You should not wait at the crossroads to cut down their fugitives, nor hand over their survivors in the day of their trouble. The day of the Lord is near for all the nations. As you have done, it will be done to you. Your deeds will be returned upon your your own head. As you drank on my holy hill, so all the nations will drink continually. They will drink and be as if they had be as if they'd never been. But on Mount Zion will be deliverance. It will be holy, and Jacob will possess his inheritance. Jacob will be a fire, and Joseph a flame. Esau will be stubble, and they will set him on fire and destroy him. There will be no survivors from Esau, for the Lord has spoken. The people of Esau are in a little bit of trouble in the days to come, I would say. Because I don't believe this has happened because, as far as I know, the people of Esau are still around. And they're a bit of trouble. Okay, a lot more than a bit, but eventually they're going to get their comeuppance, as we see here. The people from Negev will occupy the mountains of Esau, and the people from the foothills will possess the land of the Philistines. Okay, I have no idea who these people are because I don't know my geography and my people from back then. So you want to look into it? Fine. Maybe I will one day if I remember to, which I probably won't. Just like I won't try and look into where the mountains of Esau are, which I should. They will occupy the fields of Ephraim, Samaria, and Benjamin will possess Gilead. Gilead? Whatever. This company of Israelite exiles who are in Canaan will possess the land of Zaphafa, Zerfifa, Zerhafa. I don't know how to pronounce these names, some of them. The exiles from Jerusalem who are in Sepharad will possess the towns of Negev. Deliverers will go up on Mount Zion to govern the mountains of Esau, and the kingdoms will be the Lord's. So that's done. I don't know what to say about everything here. You know, it's prophecy, and prophecy is sometimes hard to understand. You know, I commented on a few areas that I thought I knew or something that interested me there. So, you know, write in the comments your thoughts. So I guess it means we are on to the drawing portion of the thing. This character here is called the Arachnoid Kid. He is my version for my comics of a certain other character. And he is like, well, can't say technically he's probably a C or D lister. He's supposed to be a teen, but and if I say C or D lister, I don't mean because his powers are pathetic. It's just because I don't use him as much. I don't even know when he's going to end up appearing in my comic books first or whatever. He is part of a group or going to be part of a group I call the Justice Teens of the World. So I don't know much more about him than that. Maybe a little bit about his powers. That's about it, you know. you know. He's swinging from a thread. He's looking overhead. Oh no, he's not looking overhead. He's swinging from a thread. He's looking down below. I like probably better at the two. Yeah. He's swinging from a thread. He's looking down below, seeing who can who, to whom he can help. Boom, ba, 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 da, 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 da. But of course, all the justice teams will be Christian. So you are going to have a rip-off versions of parody versions. How about that? We'll call them parody versions. Christian parody versions of characters. So I wonder if anybody come in at the last minute here after I'm like almost done both guys. And yes, of course, this guy is a hero, so depending whether I actually get done early because of whether anybody showing up or not, I might end up doing that other video that I was talking about before I have to go out and just upload it quick. Okay, so what can I say? What can we say about the drunken sailor so early in the morning? No, you can't. With the type of gear this is, it's loose. You wouldn't be able to see the muscles. Hello to whomever's come in. How are you? Ask me any questions. Not sure who's in, whether you're regular or not. Hey Hoth, how are you today? Or since last night? Yeah, you did. Hoth, I start directly at noon. Monday through Saturday, I start directly at noon. Or I try to. I might miss a minute at best. And I think I read the book of Obadiah, the whole book in the Old Testament. And actually, I forgot to read the thing beforehand. So, um, yeah, because Obadiah in the Old Testament is only like one chapter long, the whole book. So I figured it's only 21 verses. Might as well go about the whole thing. But like I said, I forgot. As you know, I've been, or may or may not know, I've been reading a little bit a blurb from my NIV, and I forgot to read that. So for those who, yeah, I'm going to read the blurb now. Obadiah prophesies his judgment against Edom in her violence against Israel, promising that God will restore his people. As you read this book, remember that no one can fight against God's people and hope to win in the end. The final victory belongs to Christ and his church. Okay, so that should have been read beforehand by people for the Bible reading, but I read it now. So that might give you an overview of well, if you're watching this from the beginning, well, you've already heard me read it also. You'll be like, what the heaven? Yep, short and sweet. I know there's a few books in the New Testament like that too. I might do the same thing when I get to them, just read the whole chapter or the whole book. Because I know when I started this, I only intended to read like a verse, but some I end up beginning to feel I can't read just one verse from some of this stuff. It's just too hard. Just to read the one verse, just to, you want to usually make you get sure some of it you get in context. So so that was a pretty good stream with Antonio. Okay, what is it? Pretty good. I didn't catch all of it because I ended up going over to Ethan for a bit, and I like Star Wars, but he was just on Star Wars and all that. I can't always listen to Star Wars. Yeah. I like it. I guess I'm not quite as big a fan of it as Ethan. But like I said before, I think I'm a sci-fi. I like all sci-fi. I think Ethan does too, but I think he's a bit more up on Star Wars. And then I ended up going over to ugh, Mike. So, but I liked what I saw from Elliot. It was awesome. I was actually about to say something to you about it. Well, probably about the same. How did you enjoy it? Yeah, definitely great. I'd like to see some stuff from him too. Heck, I gotta get my comic stuff up and going just so I can afford all this stuff. So I can start raking in some money on a monthly basis to afford all this stuff. Well, hopefully, I'm thinking as long as I have 1,000 subscribers and I start working my butt off a little on remastering my comic. I'm doing a little bit every day actually, so I guess that's good. But life sometimes interferes. But yeah, I'm not amazing at drawing people, but I don't really like drawing background stuff either. I'm not the most detailed at it, because I can do it if I really set my mind to it. But since I knew I wanted to do the whole superhero thing, I focused more on getting people down because I figured that's what I needed to get down. And yeah, I'm not the super best at those. Like you got people like Ethan and Mike that are 1,000 times better than me. But I saw a little. I haven't watched any of his streams yet or his stuff, but I did subscribe to him and look through his videos just slightly, and just from the thumbnails, his stuff looks amazing. If he's not going to do his stuff, I certainly would like to hire him, see whether he'd work for a cheap page rate at first. Because as much as I like drawing, and I can fairly, I think probably for the first year and a half worth of my comics, I'm just going to be doing all the writing and trying to get artists on everything. And then I'm going to slowly try and get new writers on everything. Uh, the artists, the pencilers, the inkers, the colorists, letterers. In some ways, I'm beginning to think I don't care what their belief system is, as long as they don't mind drawing what I'm doing. Got, and as long as they can I don't want anybody going around cussing or whatever, from giving my company a bad name. How about we put it that way? A little bit of code of conduct, you know. It's just because, I'm supposed to be a Christian company and, supposed to be representing Christ. So, I don't care if they drink, as long as they don't abuse it or something like that, or, you know. I think you know what I mean. I'm trying to put it into words properly, but I think it's yeah. Well, I like it too, but I do want to see a lot more people here. No offense. Uh, I want to get over the 1,000, at least over the 1,000 people. Although this channel probably won't end up. I'm not sure whether I'm going to be able to get to monetize it. I usually watch the replays of EBS streams. Yeah. Well, sometimes I watch them live. Sometimes I don't. I like to watch them live more because either at the beginning or at the end, I can put in some promos for myself. Hey, check out Cross Comics channel. Sometimes I get a person. Sometimes I don't. Or a couple. I'm not sure whether I got this or yeah, I was saying. I'm not sure whether I'm going to be able to monetize this channel. I might have to do it through my mom or something like that because I've got another channel called the Pied Piper of Hamilton, and it's got a whole bunch of other stuff on it, and I've got it monetized under me. So I don't know what's going to happen there. And I seem to be working on this one more lately, so there's that too. Maybe I'll shut down the monetization on that one and focus on this one. Well, I don't care till I get 1,000 subscribers at least, so and 4,000 hours watched worth of stuff. It doesn't really matter. So, I forgot to get that. I'll get that in a minute or two. The odd time I might do a little bit of promotion during it, but I have something set up for before and after. Since you're done, since Ethan is since I leave a blank, for whomever is done, check out my Cross Comics channel, and I have more to the thing than that, a little bit more. Or for before, while waiting for whomever, check out my thing in another tab. My channel, check out Cross Comics in another tab. Just so you know, this is the Arachnoid Kid. I'll bring it a little bit more. I'm gonna wait to do there because I gotta Get rid of that thing there. Oh, hey, Chad. How are you? I didn't see you come in. And the Arachnoid Kid is, well, teenage version. Although technically the hero was a teenager when he started, but I guess that's beside the point. And with Arachnoid, I think you might be able to tell who he's a ripoff of. And notice it's not arachnid, it's arachnoid. As in annoying. Okay, let's get rid of the bottom layer here. Yeah, well, that's sort of where I got the idea. He has the bodysuit underneath, and then I put like Peter, although none of the webbing. And then I figured do the hoodie type thing without the hood for put it on. I just thought it would be an interesting look. And then of course I changed his color scheme. What the? Yeah, when I do my how shall we call it? Tribute versions? My parody versions? I like to make them up from all the try and put a little bit of a bunch of different costumes that they've had throughout the years. I just think it gives it a unique feel then. Like shortly after I'm done this one today, I'm gonna do like probably a 5-minute video or something like that about doing commissions. And so if you check that out, there will be some fairly decent artwork in. Well, I would say fairly decent artwork in it. Some of my characters, some not. Just some stuff I've done to showcase, I can do a half decent job. Okay, so there is. Oh, let's see. You know what? We're gonna make. I didn't color it before. The web shooter. Instead of. Is Peter's on top or underneath? I forget. So, anyways. Someone should try to do their own Comicsgate after show and invite people in the chat. Yeah, that's an idea. Yeah, I wonder why they took down that live stream. I didn't mind that live stream. I got 2 subs out of it. I was promoting the heck out of myself on that live stream. Although I wish they wouldn't have taken it down. Other people watching it after might have seen the chat. And okay, so file, save as. Okay, we're gonna go no, and we're gonna make this number 2. Didn't realize I already had one, but I don't know. Okay, so save. No, export. I would know whether. Well, of course I wouldn't know. The question isn't whether he knows. The question is whether, if he does know, what does he think of it? Or more accurately, what does he think of Comicsgate? If he knows what Comicsgate is for real. Or even more so, I should say, not more accurately, I think. This character is a villain, and this is Kinkajou. That's some type of animal somewhere in the world. I'm not sure of everything based on it, but so I don't know all of his powers. This guy is a villain. I think I just said already. So let's see. We'll lock that layer. Go to that layer. Get our brush. Get our color. I know I show you guys a lot of characters I know mine that I know nothing about or very little. Well, I'd say, and it was pretty. Yesterday's thing was pretty good too. Thing here with it was interesting having another person in. Brad seemed to fit right in. Everybody seems to fit right in at the moment, anyways. Okay, let's see. Why is this? Okay, there we go. Hopefully this stays updated. Oh, but, hi, Vigilante. How are you? Cool. I think I remember you from that. I was promoting the heaven out of my channel on it. Uh, Thank you. um, right now, for about the next 30 days for sure, I'm doing a live stream. Just so you know, Vigilante. Right now, for sure, for the next just over 30 days, I will be doing a live stream every day, Monday through Saturday. It will be at noon Eastern Standard Time. I start out for this time. Um, for this time, reading a verse or passage from the Bible. Comment on it. If you're here, you are free to comment too. Give your 2 cents and on what the scripture's saying. If you got anything to say, you know, on it. I'm no scholar or anything. I'm just giving my 2 cents as a layman or however you want to call it. Um, Trying to think of what else to say. I'm just trying to let you know what I'm all about. I know my text or my thing in the stream let you know little, but but I figure it's better to be upfront than somebody get mad later. Let them get mad at first and then, do whatever. How long have I been into comics? I am 45 and I've probably been in and I grew up watching Super Friends and the old a lot of the old cartoons. So I was into them that way, the superheroes and all that. Then when I was in my early teens, my mom, to try and get me to read, I went to this Christian camp, and at their at their gift store, if you will, they had some Christian Archie comics. So to try and get me to read, she bought me these Christian Archie comics. So then that got me into reading my regular Archie. No, I probably would have ended up eventually picking up DC or Marvel anyways, I think. I don't know. But I found out not Marvel. Archie had superhero characters, and then shortly after that, DC started putting probably when I was 15 or 16, maybe a little older. DC started putting out a line called Impact with these Archie characters, so I started collecting those. Or Was it the Death of Superman that came first and the Batman thing? I don't know. I think Batman, Death of Superman, and Batman came afterward, and the Batman's back being broken came afterwards, and that's probably around the time I really started getting into collecting. Although I had been grabbing Archie a lot for a long time before that. Well, not a long time, a couple years. So that's a short story long. And then at some point, again in my teens, I'm not sure. I'd say it's been 30 years. I've been working on my comic universe. So, so I've been into it a long time. Um, I'm not sure whether I'd say I like DC over Marvel. I'm probably reading a lot more DC and that, or have read a lot more DC. I don't know. Maybe I connect with the DC characters more for whatever reason. But, I go see all the Marvel films. I like Spider Man. I like Iron Man. Uh, when when they had the Heroes Reborn series, I got them. I've got a bunch of X Men stuff. I've got a lot. I'd say a fair amount of everything. Yeah, I started with DC more because the death of Superman. How major of an event is that? It's just like, well, I've got to get that. That's just like crazy. I've got to get it. And then Batman's back being broken and Bruce Wayne. Oh, he's no longer Batman. What the? What the freak? Um, Not presently. Well, I haven't been able to buy comics on a regular basis in years because money. um, I've seen a few of the more recent Archie, and I don't mind the newer style, although I do like the older style personally. I liked it when, you didn't have to pick up every single issue of Archie to get what was going on. I think that was what a good appeal of it was to a lot of people. And don't get me wrong, I like the continuity of, say, DC and Marvel. That sometimes you need to know what's gone on, for 15 issues or for the last 10 years to. I like continuity in my comic books, at least for, my superhero stuff. And, yeah, there was once upon a time DC and Marvel didn't have that continuity. Like, back 50 years ago or so. And that was good too, I guess. But, yeah, Batman 1989 was good. Movie. What else was it? Something about. Yeah, the continuity. I do not like Riverdale. Oh, Riverdale makes me cringe. To me, Riverdale is not Archie. They've taken the names and mess with the characters so bad that it's not funny. Nobody in that show actually reminds me. Yeah, Batman's one of my probably top five for sure too. I'm not sure which order to put them in, but probably my top 5 are Superman, Batman, Green Lantern, Spider-Man, and I'm not sure who my 5th is. That's 4, right? So maybe Wolverine. I like Wolverine, but that might be because he's Canadian, and I am too. So let's see, what do we got here? That I think is done. Well, it's not done, but yeah, same here. That's, I guess, what I was saying earlier. I don't mind the realistic version. I don't mind the continuity, but I liked it better when it was, they had 3 or 4 stories in an issue. He did, but he didn't. I think they rebooted. I think after they rebooted the whole Archie line, and they started over and gave it a continuity feel, and started drawing everything a little bit more realistic looking. For Archie, that is. Grab that. Grab that. Oh yeah, there's something too that we can do. Okay. Okay, so we're going to do something very unique for this guy that I don't think I've done on this show yet. Okay, so we're going to take each color. Yeah, well, I think they do have the digest ones that are still the same, but oh, gotta run. But it was good to meet you too, Vigilante. Hope to see you again. You know, like I said, I'm here Monday through Saturday, live stream at noon. I am here on Sundays too, but it's always up in the air what time I do because I go to church Sunday, and well, I don't know when I'm gonna get out, and well, I'm at church so on Sunday at this time, so don't know when I'm gonna get home and all that. So I hope you enjoyed yourself today too. Here, uh, Vigilante, and have a great day and God bless. And now my mother is watching. It's probably the same gray, but I'm grabbing a sample of it just to be on the safe side. So, anybody got anything else they would like to talk about? Saturday, I think at 4. Where we are on at the moment, it's every week at 4 on Saturday. Unless something else is going on in one of our lives. Last week we started a bit early. I had happened to go over to saw that he was on, went over and ended up getting her in early, so we started early last week. But so you can check in around I'd say start checking in around 3 to see whether anything's going on or not. Okay, so oh, no, I want it the other way. Yeah, let's try that. I think he's already gone there, Chad. I tried to make this. He's supposed to be on a ceiling or something, so I tried to make it so you know, his hands or whatever, his underbelly or would be a little bit more darker. So I guess we'll save that. He's dissing the book he is on? How bad is that? So there is King Aju. Kinka Kinka Jiao? Kinka Jiao. Oh. Although he's not finished. Let's see. Let's get. Yeah. Uh, eh, I don't like that. I liked Ultimate Spider-Man myself. At least I didn't mind Morales, but I liked Parker better in it. Was Bendis I forget. Is Bendis a writer or an artist? Uh, Oh, I hate it when it does that. Look at this. Yeah, I do this whole flippy floppy line. Yeah, let's just make it. Who said I wanted that line straight? I did it flippy floppy a lot on purpose. A little bit more sharp than I'd like it, but better than completely straight. Okay, do we have a. Okay, me, my mom, two for Hoth, and Chad. Okay. Uh, so, what do you guys think here at the beginning of maple syrup, the hero? Oh, we got a six in. Hello to whoever's come in. He looks sweet. We have a third person, I think. Okay, they are gone. Oh, I want it. Stop sharing. I'll work on him later. Or I think I'll just end up working on him on live streams. Okay, that's probably Hoth lost one of his connections, or Chad did. So what is up with YouTube besides checking me out? Okay, I don't think I've seen him from Family Guy. I've watched Family Guy, the TV series, a little bit, but not as much as I'd like. Although I don't mind the Family Guy show. My mom does though. So new Predator trailer is out. There's something I could do on this channel. read or watch things, and then maybe not put them in my thing. Yeah, I was thinking, well, he'd have some sort of formation powers like T2, but at the same time, T2, because it's metal, T2 is sort of a liquid metal. He has a lot more solidness to it. Um, he might end up being more like Clayface or maybe even Hydro Man or somewhere in the between. If I'm thinking about his powers, anyways, he can form stuff, but there's almost only so much tangible solidness to it, unless there's some sort of heat. But yeah, maybe a blob. Yeah, so there's only so much hardness tangible unless gets some sort of heat to it, because I think it's heat that allows you to harden maple syrup. I'm not sure. I'd have to check into stuff like that. But I can, as you saw, I sort of had him forming a whip type thing, out of it, you know, and I can see him always dripping syrup off of himself, which I was trying to show in there. And I was trying to, as you notice, I did have him at first sort of a good form looking, and I tried to alter that so it's not so, muscular looking. Um, I'm thinking he'd almost maybe not quite as bad, but from the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Muckman, I think it is, or Muckman from that. Like I said, or Clayface, he doesn't have a perfectly formed looking body. Oh, that reminds me, I changed the head a little. A sweet looking good Clayface. A sweet Clayface. That's good. Although Clayface died being a good guy in the comics, well, he went off the rails, I think, at the end. I haven't read up to there. I'm I'm still back at the end of October of last year for my comics. I'm like almost a year behind for DC. Wow. And I'm way further behind in that in Marvel. Not that I want to read Marvel, but it's being able to get them and be able to get them for no money at the moment. Who'd really want to pay for Marvel at the moment to read it? If you read anything at all. From Yeah, I was thinking that I could do. I'm not at the forefront. I do like doing a little bit of other stuff than my comics. Obviously, I have a couple movie reviews. And I try not to give much away in my movie reviews. I hate spoilers. um, but the one thing I do want to try and do for the comic aspect, I do want to keep it a lot focused on this channel for my comics. But then again, I guess I might be able to review them with by somewhat of a biblical review, Bible review, or Christian review of them. There's an aspect. Christian review of a comic. Hmm. Same here. Spoilers are the worst. Yeah. I might do that. That definitely sounds like an idea. It's another way to expand my horizons. And I can do the art. I can do everything in it. The art wouldn't necessarily be from a Christian point of view, but maybe the storylines and all that. You know, uh, yeah, I got to work on that. It's definitely an idea. But then again, it's how do you do it without coming down too darn hard on? Yeah, and I'm not. Well, you guys wouldn't have probably heard of this. There's a YouTube channel, but they've also got their own web page called Rebel Media. They're in Canada here. They're like an alternate thing, almost like Shapiro or somebody like that. But I think they're in England, and there are a few different places too. I'm not sure whether you might have seen them on the thing. There's one guy on their thing that does movie reviews almost like from a Christian point of view. So yeah, Ezra Levant. Well, he's not the one that does the movie reviews, but it's his news organization. But one of the people on it does pure. I think the segment's called Pure Hollywood, and he does a lot of movie reviews and stuff like that from Christian reviews, Christian point of view. Although that's been out there for a while. I gotta write this down. Uh, How do I keep missing you? Okay. Don't mind me. I'm just trying to find a pen. Uh, Why should I find a pen when I got a drawer full of pencils? I from what I've heard of him, I like him very much. Well, as you know, he is a Canadian, and he I'm in Hamilton, which is about an hour's drive away from Toronto. I've never went and seen him, and he's pretty famous here in Canada too. Uh, and for my mom, that's Jordan Peterson they were talking about. Yeah, well, Peterson has gotten famous, I think, over the world. You know, a bunch of these people have suddenly that have gotten ugh, famous over the last little while. You know, Crowder, although he's Canadian, he's was born here in Canada. Now he lives in, I think, LA. But he kind of sounds like Kermit the Frog. uh, this is Kermit the Frog reporting from Sesame Street News. Okay, I'm off a bit on that, or a lot. I don't know. You tell me. But yeah, there's a lot of famous people getting famous lately, you know, or semi-famous. Shapiro, Milo. Yeah, Lauren Southern is Canadian, and again, she lives in Toronto too. Just which again, well, same places. Peterson. We have a lot of Canadians getting famous all of a sudden. Then again, we've always had Canadians that are famous. We Canadians add a lot to the world. The world just doesn't want to acknowledge it. And then there's some of our Canadians that don't add a lot to the world. They take a lot away. Justin Trudeau, for example. Can't wait to get rid of that guy. I hope we do not vote him back in. And then there's what's a guy that was arrested in England there for stupidity reasons. I think he is. Mom, mother, mom, is Dan Aykroyd a Canadian? My mom says she doesn't think so. So I can't be 100% positive one way or another. Well, there's William Shatner. I think Dan Aykroyd and Steven Crowder look related. Okay. I think we're missing Chad. You still here, Chad? Or did you get disconnected somehow? Louder with Crowder. Louder with Crowder because you're not all that much prouder. Okay, because you're very proud. What?
You were saying about Canadians. So's Stefan Molyneux.
Well, I don't think he's originally Canadian. I think he lives in Canada. No, he lives in Australia.
No.
I'm not sure. Okay, Mike Myers, yeah. Um, well, because he was with Lauren Southern when she was in Australia, and from an interview that he had, it made it seem that's like where he lived. I think he lives
He
in Australia.
he he's American.
Okay, Steve. Well, I'm not sure. Yeah, I think you have to check that out for sure, Mom. But well, I guess we're not really here to debate who lives where. Although it's nice to know where some people live or what their nationalities are.
I don't know whether they know who Lauren Green was.
Okay, Hoth here is saying Stephen Mullenix lives in Canada, but he was born in the UK.
He actually moved to the U.S.
Well, my mom says he's moved to the U.S. and well, Hoth said he says he thinks. You know what? The best way to find out. Here, let's see. Control C. I will find out for us once and for all. I guess I'm gonna go two places to find out. Probably the easier place is Wikipedia. Okay, Stephen Basil Mullenix, born September 24th, 1966, is a Canadian podcaster and YouTuber. Mullenix is a self-published author. The last few weeks. Oh, sorry. Okay. Anyways, that was from his YouTube. Uh, da, 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 da. He was born in London, moved to Canada at the age of 11. Attended da, 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 da. Anyway, I think he actually is still in Canada. Okay, so doesn't say where he lives at present, or I can't find it offhand. Okay, so now these guys have probably said a bunch, and okay, okay, shut the door or turn that down. So you were right, huh? He was born. You were right, Hoth. Lives in Canada. Was born in the UK. I was just wondering whether you were here because shows 4 watching. Maybe Hoth lost the stream. Not that it's funny whether Hoth lost the stream or put one of her streams down. Probably because I'm not drawing, so she doesn't need to see it nice and big on her TV. I mean her. Sorry, Hoth. Hoth doesn't need to see it nice and big on his TV. You're a guy, right? I don't know why I was saying her. I don't know why I'm sorry. Yeah, your pictures of guys. So yeah, you're a guy. I don't know what I was going through my head there.
Yes, your fingers are good. You're not. I don't know what I'm going through my head.
Uh, oh, so anything else we want to discuss or whatever? Talk about Teen China.
Anything else you want to discuss or whatever?
Did you just? I'm not sure whether I assumed it or not. Because somehow I think I knew you were a guy, and then for some stupid reason I thought I started saying her to ha about ha your your you know your screen name. I'm like, what the heck? I'm sorry. I don't know whether I don't think Hoth is a girl. Why am I referring to Hoth as a girl? I can't. I'm sorry. I will try not to do that stupidity in the future. Yeah, my camera is attached to my laptop. I do all the, well, I do most of my stuff here on my laptop. Well, for my live streaming. Well, I might end up doing some live stream. I've got a tablet that I have for to see what's going on as well. To see what you guys are seeing. I think I would be able to. Because I can easily go like, you know, that was something. You know, hold it like that and say, or I have it open like, well, if I had it open like this, I could just go like that, or I could possibly use my tablet too. I've got a couple different ways that I could do it. I think, and I'm gonna be getting a gooseneck in a couple, probably later today, to to be able to set my tablet up somewhere else in my room so I can sort of look down on myself doing stuff. Although probably there's also the thing that probably most of the stuff that I would be reviewing, although I could review all my old comics. I've got lots of material. Okay, we'll catch you later. There's going to be a video up in probably maybe 20 minutes, half an hour. It's just going to be about my commission, about me doing commission work if you want to check it out. It's only probably going to be about a 5-minute video, if that. So I guess, well, with only going to end up being two of us in here, well, not that we couldn't do something, but talk. I've been at this about an hour and 40 minutes now, so it's pretty much done. I just want to do the commission video for it by itself. That way, anybody can just check it out. So, for those watching this after the fact, be sure to smash that like button, especially if you've gotten this far. You might as well hit it. If you've yet to subscribe, subscribe. Um, yeah. I'll definitely do that. Review some of my classic ones. Um, and if you have yet to hit the notification bell, hey, it's probably a good idea. That way you know when I'm going live, and you know when I'm putting up new content. Um, for those not in the chat, be sure to comment in the comment section. Also, in down below is links to my Twitter if you want to follow me, my Instagram, my page on Facebook, my group on Facebook, and there's also a thing that you probably have to cut and paste to my website for Cross Comics. Be sure to share these videos if you want with friends. Um, and check out the rest of my content. And what was I going to say? And be sure to check out my other channel, the Pied Piper of Hamilton. It's got other content as well. So I hope you all have a great day, warriors. God bless. I love you all. And God be with you. Live long and prosper.